Dr. Oz KFC recipe.
This is my KFC outfit. I'm going to record how to make Dr. Oz's KFC style chicken. 11 herbs and spices. Can you name them? I doubt it. Stay tuned. My production company didn't show up, so I'm stuck being my own videographer and producer and star of the cooking show. Gosh, I tell you, I always have to do everything myself. So here's the recipe for Dr. Oz KFC healthy fried chicken. And it's been about 10 years since I made it. Like you can see, this was printed on 2012. So the biggest thing is finding all these ingredients. You are going to need fish sauce. I found this in the Asian section of my Giant Eagle. You're gonna need milk, egg, a cooking spray to finish it off, and then comes the breading. Flour, plain breadcrumbs, salt, sugar, ginger, onion powder, sage, cayenne pepper, marjoram leaves. You're gonna have to ground those up. I couldn't find it all ground up, so I got this. Garlic powder, savory, paprika, white pepper, and then it called for cherry pepper. I could not find that, so I went with this peppercorn medley, and we're gonna use that. So there's the 11 herbs and spices. And while your chicken is marinating with some fish sauce and water and salt, it takes about 2 hours to marinate. We are going to make up the breading. So in there so far, I have the breadcrumbs, the flour, the sugar, the salt, and I'm gonna go down my list of the remaining herbs and spices, and I'll list those ingredients. You will need a teaspoon to measure. Well, the recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of this pepper ground up. My arms are exhausted from grinding that thing and filling that teaspoon up twice. I am not gonna lie. Plus, it gives off an aroma that makes your nose and your eyes burn. This is so much fun. Why did I decide to do this on my day off? My arms are exhausted from painting in my hands. Yeah, if you can help it, buy this stuff already ground up. That was such a pain in the butt. All right, moving on. So I have 1 cup of flour, 1 1/4 cups of plain breadcrumbs in here. Push pause on this part of the video and you can read the measurements for each spice and then also the directions. You can ignore the conversion I wrote at the end of each measurement. That was when I was giving it away as presents. And it looks so pretty. So now I have to stir this up and get my chicken out of the marinade, blot it dry, and then dip it in egg, milk, and then this breading. Once it's breaded, we will spray it with this oil, and it's like makes it look like it's fried. You'll see it come to life. And then you bake it, okay? Preheat oven 375, bake for about 45 minutes. Make sure your sheet is really, really saturated with oil so it doesn't stick. And you can do this in the air fryer too. All right, pause that video. Welcome back. I got my chicken out. It's been marinating with fish sauce and salt and water for at least 2 hours, but I'm not gonna lie, mine did for 2 days because I forgot about it and I got busy. So then I lined my pan with some foil, and I'm gonna spray the crap out of it so that it doesn't stick. And now I have to blot my chicken. I'm not gonna do that until my egg and milk are mixed up. So it's my wet ingredient and my dry ingredient. Here's those 11 herbs and spices. They need to get blended up very well. So I'm gonna do that. The salt and the spice. This really does taste just like KFC, but it's low fat because it's not fried. And we don't have the skin of the chicken, but this will make like a skin like it's been fried. It's so good. I like this recipe so much, and I understand what a pain in the butt it is to track down those 11 herbs. Like I had to go to like 4 stores, okay, 10 years ago. And I just went through that again this time. I haven't made it in such a long time. But I liked it and appreciated it so much that I gave it away as gifts for Christmas one year to like my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law. my sisters, and I even gave them fish sauce. I gave them everything except for the chicken. What do you want to bet they wasted it? That's such a shame. That's sad. Because they're probably like, this is so weird. Why did she give me a bag of flour with a recipe and fish sauce? Because it makes the best chicken ever. I even fed it to them so that they could taste it. They did. They liked it. They loved it. Just nobody wants to really cook anymore, I guess, right? All right. How much milk do I need? 2 cups. Okay. 2 cups of milk and 4 eggs. So I'm going to beat my eggs and stir in the milk. All right, and then that would be my wet ingredient and my dry ingredient. Put it on, spray the crap out of it with this before popping it in the oven, 375 for about 40 to 45 minutes. Sorry. I'm 4. I'm going to beat my eggs with a fork. This is kind of a lot of work, right? It's so worth it though. It better be worth it. I marinated that chicken longer than I ever have, so it's probably going to be really salty or really good and juicy. I don't know. We'll see. I'll be honest. I'll let you know. But this is such a good recipe to have. Oh my God. You will blow people's socks off at a picnic or a cookout or anything. Parties. Holidays. Okay. I'm going to stir in my 2 cups of milk now. I'm not using skim milk because I'm not afraid of fat. It doesn't have to be skim milk. Dr. Oz's recipe calls for skim milk. You can use any kind of milk you want. You can even go full fat and use like buttermilk. Because it just gets dipped in it. You know, it's not a big deal. Fat doesn't make you fat. In my experience. You know what makes you fat? Sugar. And not doing anything, not burning it. Okay, hold on, camera guy. We have to. Okay, I'm gonna get tongs. We're gonna use 2 sets of tongs and block the chicken on paper towels. Only a lot more than that. Ooh, I need my taste. My hand's exhausted from the painting and turning the pepper. I can barely clamp it down. Okay, well there it is. It's not ready for the oven yet. You have to spray it with your cooking spray. Now watch it come to like life. Look, it looks cooked already. Isn't that weird? Look at that. Right? Okay, these are gonna go in the oven for 40 to 45 minutes. And we'll see them when they're done. The recipe said it made enough for 8 pieces of chicken. Look look how much spices I have left. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this. I put my wet ingredients away, like my milk and my egg, cleaning up the any chicken juice. Make sure you don't get yourself or your family sick with chicken juice because salmonella is a real thing. And after making such a healthy treat, you don't want to get sick now, do you? So I'm going to put all these herbs and spices away. The magic of oil. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to continue doing those, and then I have a bleach cleaner that I'm going to clean up anywhere that any juice from the chicken or eggs got. It has been 45 minutes, and they look done. They smell so good. Crispy. All right, well, I'm gonna plate them, let them cool off, and we'll give them a taste test. Here's what they look like off of the pan. The bottom got crispy too, because remember, you saturate your pan really good so they don't stick. And I'm gonna try it with some barbecue sauce. I'll try it without first. Hot. Oh yeah, Chris likes it with honey. That's a good idea. Because they're so salty usually.
It looks good.
Oh, it's really, really moist. I think it marinated too long because it's a little salty. So you probably do want to follow the recipe and don't let it marinate in fish sauce longer than 2 hours. They're still going to be eaten though. Enjoy. Don't forget Dr. Oz's KFC healthy recipe. Not to be forgotten. The 11 herbs. The secret recipe isn't a secret anymore. It's just been confirmed. Chris says it does taste like KFC. I can take my apron off now. See, saved my dress. Here, chicken. Ugh. Make me work for it.
This one ain't that salty.
Yours isn't salty?
It's almost like KFC right on the button.
You hear that? He said it's almost like KFC right on the button. It does start to get more flavor as it cools off, but it tastes just like KFC on the bone chicken. But this is healthy. Very good. So pause the part of the video that has the measurements and enjoy. The final step of saturating this with oil is so important because it will be the difference between getting it like this fried texture and this. Do you see how this didn't get enough? And it's still kind of like powdery. See? So that's a very important step. Don't be afraid to use a lot of the cooking oil. It should start to look like fried in front of you.
Sina's sexy suppers. Because healthy is so sexy.